Oh, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Why? Alright, so why did I not have energy to or full power to shields? What the hell? Why is this happening again? Got mods so this doesn't happen. Oh well. Sorry. You know, there's definitely also maybe a part of, like, realism versus... not really realism versus fun. Because realism can be fun. Just seeing that, like, those asteroids, do funny things was just, like... I guess there's, like, some video game isms that, like, you know, can make something really just fun, and, like, this isn't how this would work in real life or anything, but this is just stupid and fun. And there's really nothing wrong with that. I was also just thinking, like, okay, so if there was a Starfield Online, which I think, like, I don't know, is there more moaning? Is there more yays or nays at the idea of Starfield Online? I don't know. But honestly, I could see that being interesting and fun, but they'd have to do, there would be something. And it might be more Elder Scrolls Online than where it's kind of like an MMO built to the ground up, instead of like Fallout 76, where it's just, you know, Fallout 4 modified for multiplayer. We're gonna go to that ship and see what's up. Oh, or we can go there and see what's up. It'd be cool if there was like a living, breathing dynamic world, and like, you know, people having to, you know, people buying, you know, their little small ships and going around doing missions with friends and doing all the stuff. You know what? Actually, that's one thing. In Fallout 76, how much... So I know in Fallout 76 there's like the card perk system, which allows you to swap. You can only have so many perks, but you can only have so many perks, but you can basically get anything. So you can basically change up your build, which I think, which is like both a good idea. I don't know. It's not like necessarily the best idea and the only idea that anybody should ever do, right? I know I think Final Fantasy XIV also has, like, you can change up stuff. Like, you can only have, like, 2 classes active or something like that. But yeah, Fallout 76. Crafting? How's crafting? Because, like, I love the idea of being a crafter, and, like, that's just my thing, you know? Like, hey, I just, you know, I make stuff. That's kind of, like, one of the things that I really, like, that's, like, no, this is actually a thing that I really, really, really want in Star Citizen, because, like, there's going to be some solo content. There is going to be some content that I can solo and do and play myself, and then, like, eventually. Oh my god, that reminds me of another thing actually. Yeah, like I can be I don't really need to necessarily have a group to be a crafter, right? All I need is just the ability to craft and the means to get the resources, and I can, you know, be a crafter. It also really reminds me of I'm sure some Star Citizen devs hate the dev tracker. Somebody was like, they were talking about having like an auction house or something, or somebody was like, hey, we need like an auction house or something. Or that came up in some way, shape, or form, and one of the devs was like, you know, we like the personal, there is something to be said about the personal thing about, somebody said something about, like, hey, there's something, about, you know, literally going into global chat and saying it. I think that was the person who made that comment was, it was like a snide remark. It wasn't, but I'd have to remember. Right, I have that. Forgot about that. But yeah. It was just like... Oh no, it was... I don't know. I think it was something the dev was talking about wanting to... The dev was talking about, you know, like player trade or wanting to encourage player trading, and it's like... There is, and it's like, and somebody was like, well, okay, then what about an auction house? And, there was somebody who, replied to that with, oh, but no, or some random backer who was replied to it sarcastically with like, oh, don't you love having to, you know, sift through, global chat and, like, not knowing if somebody's actually going to be able to do it, and, you know, maybe the game crashes, or some bug happens, so like the entire thing is completely bust. You don't need to have an actual auction house thing to trade resources or anything, no. I forgot what I was originally talking about. It was probably something about like custom ships and stuff. I don't know. I still think like, I don't know, I really don't like the balance. I really don't like the way that ship building and ship crafting is balanced. I think if they want, I think Starfield 2 should just go like the weird science fantasy, but also kind of sci-fi, route. I don't know, there's like DLC that's gonna still be released for Starfield, right? So like, who are the creators or whatever made the Starborn? You know, gotta wait and see. Hopefully that gets answered. But to say like, you know, if we had some way of having like Starborn tech, that'd be cool and fun. And like Starborn tech was just like a regular thing, but not everybody used Starborn tech, because come on. And not everybody's actually Starborn, but you know, there's probably like... Oh yeah, because there were definitely... Oh, and also, oh dude, whoever came up with the temples, I know like it's been said to death, but whoever decided, hey, we're gonna have a bunch of these things where you have to go through a loading screen into this interior and you're gonna have to literally just hover around and like, and go into the floaty lights. Oh god, whoever decided was like, yep, that's, like, dude, if, like, And like, okay, so we don't necessarily have the resources to make these like full-blown dungeons or anything. Okay, cool. Literally just like you go up to a thing and you touch it, it plays a little cutscene, and then you're done. Instead of having to do the whole floaty light thing. Cool. Just literally like a pillar that you go up and you just touch it and interact with it. No loading screen, no interior cell. You're done. That would have saved some time. It would have been a shorter, more compact experience. That would have been like, I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly at risk of just being full-blown armchair game designer, but like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't think that's too far off the mark though. Anti-personnel. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I'll take that. How much does this weigh? 0.64, 0.45? Oh, that's... wow. Jeez. I also really would love cloaks. Love cloaks so much. Why do I have... Why do I have so many outfits? I mean, it's gear, but yeah, whatever. Till next time, have a good day, great day, even. Chowskis.